Hey folks, this is Adam November here, aka November Labs, and in this video I'm going to be demoing my pedal, the Whampanion. The Whampanion is a companion device for the Digitech Whammy, and it uses MIDI to control the whammy, making it capable of all sorts of arpeggiator and sequencer effects, like the ones that you just heard. It also allows for some cool utilities, like being able to step through your favorite presets on the whammy, like that. As far as controls, we have two main foot switches. On the bottom, we have the engage foot switch, which turns the main effect on and off. On top, we have the preset/tap foot switch, which allows you to either scroll through your favorite presets, or you can use this as a tap tempo for the main effect. In the middle, we have two knobs. On the left, we have steps, which controls the number of steps in our sequence. And on the right, we have speed, which controls the speed of our sequence. Above that, we have two three-way toggles. On the left, we have direction, which controls the direction of the sequence. And next to that, we have mode, which controls the latching behavior of the engage foot switch. So if we press the engage foot switch, our effect will turn on, and we'll see the whammy start to react and walk through the sequence. And we can use the speed knob to change the speed of the sequence. So if we turn it to the right, we'll get a faster sequence. And as we turn that counterclockwise, we'll get slower. Next to that, we have the steps knob, which will control how many steps are in our sequence. So if we turn this all the way to the left, we'll get two notes. And as we turn the steps knob clockwise, we'll get more notes in the sequence. Above that, we have our two toggle switches. On the left, we have direction, which controls the direction of our sequence. So right now that's pointed up, which means all of our patterns will go from low to high as they've been doing. If we point that down, we'll go from high to low. Or in the middle, we'll go back and forth from low to high. Next to that, we have the mode switch, which controls the latching behavior of the engage foot switch. So when that's pointed up, the engage switch is latching as it is right now. So one click to turn it on, one click to turn it off. When the mode switch is pointed down, the engage switch is momentary, meaning it'll only be active when it's pushed down. In the middle, the mode switch will have a behavior where we'll climb up to the top note and hold there, like this. Kind of like a momentary one-shot type of effect. And this works with the direction mode as well, or with the direction switch as well. And when both of these switches are in the middle like this, we'll have a behavior where we climb up to the top note, hold there, and then fall back down the pattern when the switch is released, like this. Which I really like with a fast pattern, kind of gives a sweeping effect. Great. One more kind of hidden effect here is if we turn the steps knob all the way to the right, we'll enter our random mode, which basically chooses random patterns and steps around them randomly, like this. And our direction switch is still in play here. Right now we have an upwardness that trends towards low to high movements, but we can point that down and get high to low movements. Or back and forth movements. And our mode switch still works here. Right now we're in latching mode. If we go down, we'll have momentary random mode. During random mode, with the mode switch in the middle, we have a different type of randomness where we also get a random value on the expression pedal, which generates really wacky, untuned atonal randomness like this. Which will only be momentary as well. Great, so that basically covers the effect portion of the Whampanion. On top, we still have this preset and tap button. So when we're in preset mode, which we can tell because we have a solid color here, we can use this to step through our 6 favorite presets on the whammy. And I'll make a separate video about how to assign those presets to this button. But whichever preset you're set to will also be the effect that your whammy returns to after using the engage effect. So right now I'm on my green preset, which is the up octave, down octave harmony here. And if I press the pedal on, maybe I'll just set this back to something a little more normal. When I turn that off, it goes back to this down octave, up octave harmony preset. If I go to a different one, like up fourth, up fifth, which is my blue preset, then I'll return to that preset when I'm done with the effect. So you can use this to, determine what effect you're going to fall back to, and also just to cycle through your whammy settings at any point during your set, which is really useful. We can also set this button to be the tap tempo for the effect by holding it down for 1 second. You'll see it blink white there. And now both these buttons are blinking together, or both these LEDs are blinking together, which lets me know that we're in tap tempo mode. And I can use this as a tap tempo to set my tempo in this mode. And you can also use the speed input or the speed knob to change your tempo in this mode as well. It'll just take whichever input you've used last to set the tempo. Great. It's also worth noting that you can totally use your whammy as normal with this connected. I can turn the whammy on and use any of my modes as normal when I'm not using the Whampanion. Great, that just about covers it for this video. I'm going to make a second video detailing how to do some of the configurations, assigning the presets and things like that. But thank you so much for watching.